Hello viewers, welcome to Kboxtv. It's your boy Kofi Baisie Jnr. and we are here right again on Kboxtv Live, where we discuss what's happening around the world with boxing. Today we're here with Cudjoe Amedoda. Unfortunately, our regular guest Sowah couldn't join us, but Cudjoe is here with me, where we'll discuss what's happening in the world of boxing. A lot of things happening. He from Ghana. We'll talk about Wasil Muhammad signing to D&D Boxing Promotions in the USA, which is a good news for the young kid because it's a step in the right direction that will see him or see Ghana make another world champion again. Don't forget, Wasil was once number 6 in the rankings and is dropped to number 8, but then with a new team around him, as in the promotions the deal that his management has signed in the US, we hope that definitely he will rise back and become a world champion as soon as possible. In the world, we'll talk about Ryan Garcia and then Manny Pacquiao's fight, which is scheduled to come on somewhere around April or May. And first, we thought it was going to be like a big fight or a fight which was going to be which was going to add up to their records. But unfortunately, it's looking like an exhibition fight. But whatever it is, I have Cudjoe with me. He will tell me how he feels about it, especially with the age of Manny Pacquiao, and how he feels about it not being a fight that wouldn't affect their records. Also, unfortunately, Conor McGregor lost his fight over the weekend against Dustin Poirier. But I mean, each of them now has a win against each other. It means if things go well, maybe we'll see a third fight, and that's on the UFC side. And after his loss or after him losing, Jake Paul has come in strongly to say that for him, he's going to reduce Conor McGregor's price of 50 million to 20 million because now he has lost on, or he has a loss or a lose on this record. Guys, a lot of things that I'll be talking about. I have Cudjoe with me. It's on the line where we're going to add him in and we'll discuss what and get his opinion on what he feels about what he's heard and what he's seen. And of course, any other details that will come up, we'll discuss it. Let me remind you real quick that if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, kindly jump onto our YouTube channel and subscribe. It is Kboxtv, Kboxtv, just like you see on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. It's the same, Kboxtv. Hop onto it and then subscribe. Just go there, subscribe, so that anytime that we come online, you'll be able to watch us live and also support us as we try to showcase African boxing on our platforms into the world. Like I said, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you've already subscribed to our YouTube, we say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. And because of you, we keep doing what we do. God bless you and stay with us. Now let me bring Cudjoe Amedoda on the line, one of the most controversial boxing pundits in Ghana. Cudjoe, welcome to Kboxtv.
Thank you, Kofi. Thank you very much.
Hey, real quick. How was your week so far?
Oh, very good. And then some other things concerning boxing anyway. So we are alive.
We thank God. Good news, Wasil Muhammad has signed a promotions deal with D&D Boxing Promotions in the US. Let me get your reactions on what you feel about this deal that Wasil has signed.
This deal is a good deal, even though I don't know the details concerning the former managers and things like that, and then the new managers. I don't know how the details of what is happening over there, but it is good because this is Wasil Muhammad, who is making headwaves in Ghana for some time now. Is a champion of global and then Commonwealth and things like that in Ghana here. He win ladders.
He's currently the WBO Super Bantamweight global champion.
Yeah, it's true. He wins so many ladders in Ghana here. And then he's climbed so higher on the ladder of the rating, okay?
Right.
And then the chance can come for him to get a world title challenge anytime. Okay.
Right.
But this is the guy who never fight outside Ghana. It's a big problem to me.
Right. Right.
The reason why it's a big problem to me is Wasiru did not excel in amateur team.
Right.
The amateur team is the chance for boxers outside their continent and things like that.
Right. Right.
I believe you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
And then
I do understand.
Wasiru don't have that lucky like some other boxers, even in Ghana here, whose name did not come on the world ranking. Okay. But he got a chance. He's doing very well. Globally, he's doing very well, to the extent of being ranked by the World Organization to the point of number 6, and things like that. That means, yeah, this guy got a chance, and then he can get to fight world title at any time. But he never fight outside Ghana before. And Kofi, if you could remember, I started talking about this thing for some time now, because this thing is hunting some of Ghanaian boxers and then some of African boxers. When they excel in their homeland by fighting throughout in their homeland, and then they move out of their homeland, they have nothing to show about. They lack. Yeah. So I started talking about this thing, that what are the managers of this good boxer Wasiru Mohammed doing that they cannot fight for this boy to go outside and then see the other places and how things are going on over there? Because experience is all over life.
Right.
If you have experience in some of the things, it related to some other things in life. So if you are a boxer, a very young like that, and then you are fighting only in your homeland, when you get a bigger fight outside your homeland, in fact, you will stumble. Okay, that's why I've been talking about this thing. Yeah. So all of a sudden that this guy get a chance to get a contract from managers from outside Ghana, that means, hey, this guy get a chance to fight outside Ghana and then to experience some other things. So I am very happy, very happy for Wasiru Mohammed. So on that point, somebody can say that, hey, the ball is in your own court. So whoever that, that is all they will say. The ball is in your own court now. So please come out with your capabilities for us to see what you are capable of doing. So I am very happy for Wasiru Mohammed.
Great, good comments coming in from Amedoda. Now let me read some of the comments that or some of the one of the news articles that came in after Wasiru was signed. He says D&D Boxing are delighted to announce that Wasiru Mohammed has been signed a promotion to a promotions deal with Cameroon Duncan. So that's the D&D Promotions, or the promoter. Mohammed has repeatedly got high victories in his native Ghana. Most recently, he knocked out. They were talking about his knockout against the Benin fighter, that he really did a very good job in knocking the guy out in round 4. And the big punching 24 years old and his team are confident that he'll be a force at the super bantamweight, which you and I both do, agree. Speaking to John Manfo, who is his manager, he said that I want to thank Duncan and D&D Promotions for giving me the opportunity to shine. You know, and he also said that he also want to thank his manager. That's what he was saying, that he was thanking Duncan and also thanking his manager for helping him sign that particular promotions. Now let's look at the kind of people that Wasiru can fight in the super bantamweight division. We're talking about Stephen Fulton, who is now the WBO super bantamweight champion, and Angelo Leo, who lost his title to Stephen Fulton, I think, a week ago. These two fighters, in fact, I'm sure you watched the fight, it was a crack fight. It was a very good fight. In fact, that decision could have gone to any fight, like either any of them. But I wasn't also surprised with the decision that Fulton won the title. And looking at Fulton and looking at the way Wasiru Mohammed fights, I feel like these two people will give fans a very beautiful fight, because just like Fulton, Wasiu also likes to stand and then likes to exchange punches. That will give you that kind of, like, Thomas Hens and then Marvin Hagler's kind of fight. You understand? Because the both of them can still stand in the ring, in the middle of the ring, not in the corner or fighting on the ropes, but really in the ring, in the middle of the ring, and come on, exchanging punches, which I feel like it will be a very good fight for fans to watch. So I'm looking at the people in the division, and these are the top two guys that I can mention. I'm talking about Stephen Fulton and then Angelo Leo. Any of them would be a very good competition for Wasiru to, if Wasiru can get Leo next, maybe hopefully hop onto the big fight, it will be great. But then again, if he even gets the chance straight to fight the world for the championship, I'm 100% certain that he will definitely win the fight, because he's one kind of fighter that he doesn't shy away from a fight, and no matter how many times you punch him, he keeps coming. The thing is, he can take your punch. The big question is, can you? And that is what will be the question that, or one thing that I would love to see, if Fulton or any of the top guys in the super bantamweight division now will be able to, take. Now, let me ask you about this thing. We've seen a lot of managers in Ghana, and in recent times, talking about how they are able to get their fighters out there. If I say out there, I mean getting them to the place where the competition is, in the US, you understand, or in the UK, or say Australia. It has become a problem. Like, we don't really see this. And so when I read the news and I saw what Mr. Manfo, John Manfo Redu has done for his boxer, I was very proud. What do you think is being the standing block for managers in getting their fighters signed to some of these promoters out there?
Kofi, what you are asking is very simple. The greediness in the system is the stumbling block.
The greediness?
Yeah, the greediness in the system is the stumbling block.
Wow, interesting.
The managers of the boxers, they are not serious to push the boxers to achieve. I'm saying it, the managers, about 99% managers of boxers in this country, they are not serious about the boxers. They are only thinking about the little that they will get from the boxers. That is the only thing. That is where you get this thing that the boxer go and come back, and then boom, there's a fire between the manager and then the boxer. You understand? Oh yeah, that is exactly what it is.
It is true.
In fact, even the boxers are with them, but finally the boxers don't know what the managers are doing for them as managers.
True,
okay?
True.
But anytime that the chance comes, let me say luckily, and then the boxer get a chance to fight, then the manager want to rake everything that comes in. And then is where that the problem do a light from.
Right.
If are very serious, okay, and they want to push the boxers to achieve, okay, to achieve something in boxing, to achieve names in boxing, okay, like the problems that we are facing between manager and boxer, it will not be to this extent. So the boxers, they don't care. The managers, they don't care. This is my boxer. Where is he living? What is going around him? How is his training? Where is he training? Even the kids that he used to train with, they don't have that enough time for those things. But hey, let's say the boxer get one bout to fight in UK. That manager will be detecting the kind of people that will be traveling with the boxer. You see, these are the things that are not helping. It's not helping at all. Okay?
Right.
And then after all, there will be a problem between the boxer and then the manager. You see, those are the things that we should check and recheck again. Like me per se, I want the managers to understand very well that, hey, you are preparing a boxer, okay, to become a world champion. For you to get, once your boxer is excelling, more money that you will get. but they don't
Right.
take it in that context. They want like, hey, once you fight, all the money that I spend on you during the time that you are not fighting, let me rake all at that particular point.
True.
And then the boxer is left with nothing.
True.
And then the boxer is also a human being. You're like, why? Nothing for me. So there's a problem.
True.
So in fact, these are local managers. They should come back and think about it again. Some of them are in boxing for a very long time, but they just refuse to do the right thing.
True.
That is what it is. They just refuse to do the right thing. Managing a boxer is a game that you can lose or win. But if you manage, if you think about your game very well, you will always be winning. So why don't they go in that manner? And then all the time they'll make the boxers make name, and then they'll get more boxers to manage, and then they'll be getting more money from other boxers. They should think about it again.
All right. Coming from Amedoda to all Ghanaian managers, I mean, we can all learn from what some of the good ones are doing. For instance, what Mr. Manful is doing, trying getting his boxer out there, you know, to helping him sign or securing a promotional deal outside Ghana for his fighter. Just like we saw the Dobois, right? They've got their fighter to top rank. A very good thing. Like we've seen with Amubidiakon, helping some of his boxers, you know, to sign with somebody who's not promoted, because it is these promoters that are making things happen. Yeah, once you are signing one of these promoters, it means you can get yourself on Showtime, you can get yourself on ESPN, or you can get yourself on Matchroom, ESPN or Sky Sport. You understand? And that is where the thing is happening. That is where the game is. Once you are with some of these people, you know that your chance of becoming a world champion, or at least becoming a world title contender, is close. So we just urge and hope that promoters or local managers will be able to secure some of these contracts or deals for their fighters to help them move on with their career. Now, let me bring in this one real quick. You know, yesterday, Bilal Rachecha, I'm sure you know of him. He's in Australia. He's a boxing promoter, he's a manager, he's a philanthropist too as well. So through Mr. Theophilus Edwinado, I'm sure you know him. We usually call him Citizenado. He's also now based in Australia. He was the head, or he used to be the head trainer of Akotoku Boxing Gym. I'm sure you record that man who is now based in Australia. So through him, he got through to Bilal, and then he was able to make some donations to the Akotoku Boxing Gym or academy. He brought them some shoes for them to be able to, you know, continue pursuing their dreams. And on behalf of Kboxtv and Edwin, Ado, and then all the guys at the Akotoku Boxing Gym, we would like to say that I say a very big thank you to Bilal for helping, at least donating some things to these kids, which will go a long way in helping them achieve their dreams. It might look like just shoes, but you never know. Maybe some of these guys don't even have it at all. So a shoe, a glove, you know, clothes or anything that these guys get, I know the determined ones will take advantage of it and make sure that they continue using it to pursue their growth. In fact, I had a talk with Mr. Ado after the donations, and he told me that with him based in Australia now, he's trying everything possible so that he can link up with the other gyms in between that particular region and see how he can talk to them and then get some of these fighters come to Australia, and then maybe for sparring or possibly sign them to some of these managers or top managers in the Australians. So we wish them well, and we hope that these fighters will take advantage of this thing that has come their way and continue working hard until they achieve their goals. Don't forget, people like Manny Pacquiao and then Floyd, some people help them at a point, but today they are helping millions of people. It could be your chance. Today, somebody like Bilal has helped you. So make sure you take advantage of it. It looks small, like I said, but then if you take advantage of it and then pursue, keep your eyes focused on what you want, you'll be able to get to the very top of your career. Now, I don't know if you want to say anything to it, Amedoda.
First of all, Kofi, I salute what happened along the line. I salute this man who tried to organize and then donate something to the gym. Kofi, when you come to gyms in Ghana, there are a whole lot of gyms in Ghana here, in Greater Accra here, in Bukom Square here, around Bukom Square and things like that. There are a whole lot of gyms over there, and there are a whole lot of guys here, all over.
Yeah.
There are a whole lot of gyms around, and then there are a whole lot of boys that want to go into the gyms and then try their chances to become a boxer. Okay,
I agree.
but in fact, Kofi, sometimes when you see some of the guys that are so enthusiastic to become boxers, and then you see even the things that they use to train, the kits that they use, some of them do sparring without mouthpiece.
Yes, without shoes.
In fact, seriously, I'm telling you, when you see things that they do, things that they have around them and things like that, in fact, you will be surprised that what is going on? And if you try to compare them with the gyms from outside, especially from Europe, US, you will be asking yourself, these people are going to compete together. That's the question that you ask yourself.
Right.
You see? In fact, you will see people in the gym training without canvas. Okay? That is one thing that I sometimes think about it, but I cannot get it. That, hey, those of our boxers, those of Ghanaian boxers that did very little in boxing, but still around in Europe, US, what are they doing? They have friends around here. They have gyms that they train in before, okay? Before they get a chance to go to US and things like that to live there. Why don't they get even second-hand mouthpieces, okay? Second-hand gloves, like used gloves, old ones, the torn canvases and things like that. Why can't they send them to the old gyms that they used before? Do they think that as they left the gym is now better or what? So whoever that try to donate whatever kits, okay, whether torn ones or whatever, okay, to the local gyms over here, that person is a hero. To me,
That's true.
to donate old gloves,
I agree because the boys can't afford
bags.
Because the boys can't afford it. So I agree that anybody that is able to do that is truly a hero to someone to the fighters.
Yeah. So if it happened that somebody tried to that extent to donate, I don't know what kind of the things that the person donated, but once the person made donation, that person is a hero. I urge them to force and do more, and then even tell the other friends that, hey, don't lose guard. Once you are here, even if it's 10 mouthpieces that you send out, that even give it to GFA to share to the people that don't have it. In fact, you are helping boxing in Ghana. So they should do that. Whatever that they get, any friend that is coming, they should send it down. They will use it. They shouldn't think that, oh, this one is too old or whatever. They are new in our gyms over here. They are very usable. We will use them.
That's right. That's right. I like the way you heard it. You see, sorry, you ended it. It might look old, but when it comes down to us, it's very new. In fact, it's true. It's true. It's true. Now let's go to one Ghanaian fighter. Or he's a Ghanaian, but he's a Dutch. He's a Dutch boxer, but he was born to Ghanaian parents. His name is Stephen Daniel. He's fighting, God willing, tomorrow in Mexico at the Cuernavaca in Morales, Mexico. The show is promoted by Eye of the Tiger Management. That is Camille Esfatan. So these two fighters that you see in your picture now, the black guy or the dark brown guy is Stephen Daniel, and then his opponent is called Sadridim Akhmedov. Sadridim Akhmedov versus Stephen Daniel. These guys will be fighting in the main event in Mexico. They are fighting for the vacant WBC Francophone Super Welterweight title. and then the vacant NABF super welterweight title. And of course, Daniel is the WBA Continental Super Welterweight champion. So his title is also on the line as well. So they'll be fighting for 3 titles. Daniel is defending his title. That's the WBA Continental Super Welterweight title. And and then he has an opportunity to get the WBC Francophone Super Welterweight title, as well as the NABF Super Welterweight title as well. This fight is going to be streamed live on the Punching Grace, starting from 7:30 Mexican time. This is the fight which is going to happen tomorrow. As far as let's say a Ghanaian, somebody with at least a Ghanaian blood is involved, and he's a Dutch boxer, but he's born to Ghanaian parents, or his dad is a Ghanaian. His dad is in the UK, and Daniel is in Rotterdam, Holland. So this is what's going to happen tomorrow. Like I said, 3 titles on the line. He has an opportunity to become a 3-time. He has his title on the line, so it's a sort of a defense and then 2 titles on the line. Let me get your comments on this fight, my brother.
I am very happy that a Ghanaian blood is in the fight, and then in fact he's even a champion, a title holder already, and he's going to defend his title, so he has upper hand in this fight. And then if you look at his structure and things like that, you could see that, hey, if he's a very good boxer to use the structure wisely, there's no way he will lose this fight. He's very tall, and then he's having more longer reach than the opponent and things like that. So he have all the chances on paper or in a view to win this fight. So what I would say is I wish him good luck, and I pray that he get a chance, he win, and then become the 3-title champion for now. I pray for him, and I wish him well.
We also wish him well. We hope that he will be able to secure this title and bring it back to Holland. And also, once he wins it, it's automatically a victory for all of us also in Ghana too as well. So we wish him well, and hopefully he secures the title. And the fight happens tomorrow, 7:30 Mexican time. I'll watch and definitely update everybody on how it went. Also, my brother, let's jump straight into the international news. We talk about Alexander Usyk versus Joe Joyce. This is a fight that looks like it's almost made, because the 2 of them have decided to step aside for their unification bout to go on, which is the fight between Anthony Joshua and then Tyson Fury. And so they are going to fight. The 2 of them will fight for the interim WBO heavyweight championship. So any of them that wins will automatically become the next person to fight either Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua, depending on who wins the title. How excited are you about this particular fight?
Kofi, this is very good for boxing. This is very good for boxing. People cannot remember the last time that the undisputed bout happened in heavyweight.
That is true.
That was the time of Lennox Lewis.
Lewis, yeah.
And for how long now? That is
very
the thing.
Long time.
Very long time. For undisputed to be on stage. So if these 2 guys with their managements agree to step aside, okay, not just stepping aside, but to face one another in the interim manner, okay, then they did very well. For the undisputed show to happen, and then they get undisputed heavyweight champion, okay, since the time of Lennox Lewis, then it's something that the whole world should focus on.
Nice.
So I thank everybody who involved in this to happen. I thank that person, and then it's making boxing to move on.
Interesting. Now, let's also jump straight to the next topic. The next topic will be about something that we were talking before, you and I were discussing before we jumped on, which is this particular event, Jake Paul, Jake was or the YouTuber, now a boxer, wanted to fight McGregor, but unfortunately McGregor lost, and he made a live, or he went live to make some proclamation, and then he said that for him, he doesn't see any UFC fighter beating him. Guess what? He's going to fight another UFC fighter, or a former UFC fighter whose name is Ben Askren. This guy has been was once a UFC champion, and he's going to fight him on April 17th. This guy, Jake Paul. Well, first of all, Jake Paul, what do you think about him and his fighting style and all that?
Kofi, if we come to the funny side of boxing, we can call these people in. As somebody who don't know how to punch. Okay, not that you throw your hand is how to punch. So somebody who don't know how to punch, and then if they are talking about boxing, they are calling them into it. Even the UFC, the MMA guys, their punching ability doesn't reach what it is about boxing. So if these guys come out and then saying these things, sometimes we need to add the funny side here. It's nice, it's good. The fans is around, and then they'll be making their money and things like that. It's good. But let's not bring it into sports of boxing. No, we cannot bring it in there. And then what happened to these? I'm moving on to McGregor. What happened to McGregor is something. Is something that should happen to him, because McGregor is delving into corners that he shouldn't. So
would you say that he should retire? Do you agree that he should retire? People have been saying that. Do you think he should retire?
No,
because he's seen it all. He has received it. He has got it all. Everything that he wants is he has it now. So there's no point for him to be in the game anymore.
No, the losing that McGregor lose, that fight will be rated. You understand? It's a fight that will be rated in MMA. Okay. So if the fighter can rate in MMA, how useless is it that the loser should forget about fighting? It doesn't make sense. McGregor is not that old. Okay? He have a whole lot of fights, about 4 or 5 fights that he can fight strongly. So he needs to continue and then fight. Who knows? He beat this guy before, and then the guy came back, surprised him, and things like that. Now there's a chance that, hey, the third fight might happen. And then the possibility for McGregor to win the third fight is very, very high, because this fight that McGregor lost is a very huge fight, a very strong fight, a very crack fight. So it's better for McGregor to continue and then fight on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. All right, now my brother, let's move to one of the fighters that was once the king of a division, the lightweight division, and unfortunately lost his crown to Teofimo Lopez. And after losing to Teofimo Lopez, from the beginning, he said that he would like to go home and watch the tape. And after watching the tape, he'll make his own, he'll let the world know how he feels about it. He left that fight injured, or he got an injury, or he secured an injury in the fight on his shoulder. He lied low a little bit. And then I think, fast forward about 2 months after the fight, he comes back saying that he feels like he was cheated. The people, the things that he said wasn't some of the things that we expected him to say, because he was a champion and he had lost. The fight that he fought, maybe he could have given the world a much better fight. But that's if he had taken round 1 to round 5 seriously, maybe it would have been a different situation, or the verdicts would have been different. But from round 1 to round 5 or 6, it didn't really look like he was fighting. And then he lost the title to the now king of the division, who is Teofimo Lopez. Now, who am I talking about? I'm talking about Vasily Lomachenko. He has announced or posted a tweet on to announce that he'll be coming back very, very soon. Teofimo Lopez, he says, back from the matrix. I can hear what they are saying. That is what the former lightweight champion is saying. Amedoda, the matrix is back. What are you going to tell the matrix?
What's the name?
Lomachenko.
Lomachenko, Vasily Lomachenko. For me to say, to me, he's overhyped,
Okay.
overrated. Okay. If I believe if they want to manage Vasily Lomachenko very well in boxing, I don't think he should move to the lightweight that he is now. Okay. In boxing, size matter. Okay. And then this guy was under, was somewhere around featherweight and super featherweight doing very well. That is why he should trade. But for him, with Bob Arum, the manager, force him to go up and get all the chances. Okay. Not just chances, they maneuver, and then he get to lightweight. It is something that didn't help him. That is why all these things happen. And then Lomachenko, who everybody believed, pound for pound #1 and things like that, he went into the ring and then he's afraid of the opponent. He went into the ring and he's afraid of the opponent. He don't want to fight. That is why he lost. Okay?
Right.
Because his size is not up to lightweight. He's very small. If you could remember, that time is Garcia. What's the name? This Garcia guy, Mickey Garcia, who was there. Yeah, Mikey Garcia was there. And then Mikey Garcia said that Vasily Lomachenko is very small, that he himself will not agree to fight. Because he's very small. That time Lomachenko was, this thing was at super featherweight. But as they saw the chance that, hey, the strong guys over there are not there, they jump into it and then capture title and then move on to capture another title and things like that. So now it's like, hey, we want to make you undisputed over there by force. That is what happened. Okay. And then they started feeling the heat before they get to undisputed. They started feeling the heat because they know that, hey, some young guys are coming who are very huge. They are coming up. If you talk about Teofimo Lopez, Ryan Garcia, yes, Richard Comey, those are the huge, those are the huge guys at 135, and they are coming. And when they get there, upon your metrics, the sizes that they have and then the punches that they give out, you cannot contain it. So that is the reason why even to accept this fight, to fight with Teofimo, became a problem. Delay and things like that. Sometimes they came out and they say that because of the pairs and things like that. But all that Bob Arum and the other guys concerning Lomachenko need is Lomachenko to be undisputed.
Right.
That is why the time that what's the name? Our own Richard Comey win his title, immediately they say he should go and face Lomachenko, which is very wrong and unthinkable. You understand? Yeah. The point is to make Lomachenko undisputed. And then he got a chance to defend his WBC title against Devin Haney. But the point is that, hey, where you are going is a dangerous zone. So they went in for franchise by force, not to face Devin Haney. So now the only title is IBF, which he should conquer and then become what?
Like at least
undisputed. Undisputed. That is the reason why even I believe strongly that Bob Arum is part of it, for him not to sign the rematch clause. So that if he finish becoming the undisputed, he will move down to super featherweight back to fight the people over there, which is his comfortable zone. That is the plan. But it fired back. Because before all these guys have been calling him when he was the champion over there. They were calling him. Teofimo called him and said that he want to fight him. What he said to Teofimo was, "You don't have title, I cannot fight you.
True.
Unless you get a title, I will fight you." So he committed himself. And then as Devin Haney came in as WBC champion, as WBC #1 contender, he said, "No, I will not fight you. You don't have a title. I will not fight you." You understand? Yeah, that is what he said to all these two guys. Now all these two guys became title holders. And who do you want to fight now? You want to fight a title? Yourself, do you have a title?
You don't have a title. You don't have a title.
You don't have a title. That is your. That is it. You say that if you don't have title, you don't have chance to fight me. Because I am having title. If you don't have title, you cannot fight me. So now the people get title. You don't have title and you want to fight them. Where does it happen? So for me, the best person for Lomachenko to fight now is Game Boy, Emmanuel Tego.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
He should sign for that fight and fight it and then get back his name.
Interesting. I think I also endorse a Vasily Lomachenko versus Emmanuel Game Boy Tego fight.
Correct.
It would be a very good fight.
Exactly what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'll support it with all my heart. It's a very good fight. I think if it happens, both people and maybe get some sort of title, or get some interim or some #1 mandatory. That if any of them wins, maybe you'll be able to fight for any of the title holders. Fight against any of the title holders to become a world champion. So I agree to what you have said. And now let's talk about one of the let's say what is trending in boxing at the moment. Right now, Ryan Garcia is the trending man. You know, Ryan Garcia after winning the fight against Luke Campbell has been trending for a very long time. He came out that after the fight said that he wanted to fight Gervonta Davis. Now, 2-3 weeks, or let's say 2 weeks after the fight, it looks like the Gervonta Davis target has shifted and it has moved on to somebody else. It has now moved to a legend. You know, boxing's only 8 divisions world champion. You know, who is like has gone on, who is even currently the WBA super welterweight, world champion. And it came out that it was supposed. We all think it was going to be a fight which was going to affect their record, but unfortunately, it's going to be a fight which is not going to affect their record. So it's becoming more of an exhibition fight. And Ryan Garcia says if that fight happens, it's going to be a dream come true. Guess what? Maybe his dreams is really going to come true because I read an article today that his lawyers are saying that a fight could happen somewhere around June or May. And so this is the fight I'm talking about: Manny Pacquiao versus Ryan Garcia. For me, my question is, or what I want to ask you is, why Manny Pacquiao? I mean, there are a lot of people that are there, right? That Manny Pacquiao could have go like, okay, I want to have an exhibition fight. Especially, or most importantly, with somebody who's like a legend or who have already been a master of the game before. Then it would be like a charity event. Then maybe the proceeds go into charity, like we saw with Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. A very nice charity fight. People who are already retired, let's say that they've already retired, and then both people can make some extra bucks and then give to charity. Now I'm talking about Ryan Garcia, who is now the new sensation, who is already fighting, making his money, and they are looking at Manny Pacquiao also already making his money. I was thinking maybe give the opportunity or the platform to say somebody who was in the game. Let's say Manny Pacquiao and maybe Ikote. Maybe I'm just saying that maybe because he's been out of the ring for a while, or some of these guys, to bring them back, to have some kind of the old feeling or the old kind of boxing back again. But I don't know how you feel about it. But then let me first ask you, Ryan Garcia versus Manny Pacquiao exhibition bout. What do you think, my brother?
Kofi, fans is the biggest stakeholder of sports, especially boxing.
True.
Yes, but their attitude and their things that they do spoil the system. Why should a title holder and a young guy coming out be doing exhibition, and everybody is like feeling comfortable with it? Where does it happen?
Man.
A title holder. You see, let me tell you. You see, some of these fan boys, okay, fan boys of the boxers, they are spoiling the system. Do you remember that even for some short time ago now, Pacquiao fans are saying that Pacquiao is the boxer who hold a title for 4 decades. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
They were saying that, hey, this is the only boxer who hold title for 4 decades. And in the 4th decade, Pacquiao did not fight even single fight. So in the 4th decade, how is he a champion? How is he a title holder in the 4th decade? Do you understand that?
The fight against Keith Thurman was this 4th decade, because that's when he turned 41.
It was in 2019. It's not in 2019 or so. Yeah.
Yes, that's when
that
he
fight
turned
happened
20. That's when he turned 41.
Yeah. So if they are saying in the 4th decade, that means in 2020 he have a fight. In 2020 he did not have a fight. So there's no way he's becoming a 4th decade champion. You understand that? Because he's holding the title in the 3rd decade. Okay, that is the fight against the Sickler. What's the name? That Sickler that he knocked out. He knocked down the other time. What's the name?
No, I think if you check the statistics, they are trying to say that since that he became a boxer, every decade, so like in every decade or every 10 years, since after he pursued boxing, or he's won titles in every year, or he's become a champion
in every what they are trying to say is, since he hold the title, every 10 years is a decade. So he hold the title about some 10 years ago. 10 years ago. And then he hold it till the 4th decade, which is 2020, because he crossed the 2020 with a title. But he got that title in 2019. Okay. So if he fight in 2020 as a title holder, then then they can put up that argument. But since 2019, this guy fought only in 2019. In 2020, he didn't fight. Okay. So if they say that he hold title, the only title holder in 4 decades, they are falling short. As he hold the title, what did he do in 2020? He didn't do anything with the title in 2020. You understand?
I understand.
Fine. But his fans are not saying anything concerning that. We were around, and then this guy jumped in the ring. He even came out already and said that, hey, he's going to fight Mickey Garcia versus Errol Spence winner.
Yeah.
And during the fight, he was at the ringside. After the fight, he jumped into the ring and then shake hand with Errol Spence and saying that, hey, you are the next fight for me. Since then, he's going up and down. Don't want to even talk about don't want to talk about that fight again. And I told you that, hey, this guy cannot sign that fight, because if he signed that fight, he signed his death warrant. You understand? Yeah. And then we talk about fight, and then he's not coming out to fight. Over a year now, Manny Pacquiao didn't fight, and he's holding a title. That title is there. Okay. The guys that are supposed to fight him are calling him Errol Spence, Crawford. The other guys, they are calling him, but he don't want to fight. Okay. And now, this is Ryan Garcia. who is on top of the roof, calling everybody to fight. Okay?
Right.
And then he came and threw challenge to Gervonta Davis. First of all, he fought for interim championship, which is WBC.
Yeah.
And then the WBC title holder is Devin Haney.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you are not talking about Devin Haney, which is the mandatory fight for you. You are not talking about it. You are talking about Gervonta Davis. And as this news came out, Kofi, I told you on this platform that what Ryan Garcia is saying is simple as what you don't want in boxing, request for that.
Right.
And once you request for that, you will not get it. That is, you got your heart willing. You understand? That is indeed. I told you earlier on, it's like a laughing something, but that is what you are seeing now. Now, Gervonta's people came out and said that, hey, this fight must come on. Gervonta now saying that, hey, please let this fight happen. Now he said you are going to fight the bigger fight.
Right.
What is the bigger fight? You are going to fight with a man who is older than you for
an exhibition. Me, that's my problem.
20,
a fight is not going to affect your record.
From the beginning, he is saying that he's going to fight the bigger fight, which is against Manny Pacquiao. And then later on, later, they turn back and say that it's going to be exhibition fight. How serious can we be with this? Exhibition with a title holder and upcoming fighter? Exhibition. Let's think about all the exhibition that happened already. Is it in that column? A title holder, active boxer, with a younger interim champion coming up to go and do exhibition fight. This is a joke of the joke of the system, I may say. I can't understand it. So what are they fighting for? No, I can't understand. If Manny Pacquiao wants to fight, he should come out and then put the title on the line. If what's the name? Ryan Garcia wants to fight, he should come out and then there should be a title on the line for them to fight, for us to see that, hey, this is the fight going on. And I bet you, there's no way Ryan Garcia can share a ring with this old Manny Pacquiao for now. Pacquiao will beat him, no matter what. That is what they saw. And then all of them came together and then planning that it should be exhibition. Exhibition for who? Right. Now, what's the meaning? Meanwhile, the other competitors are there, very hungry to get the title. And you people are putting the title aside and going to do exhibition. So Manny Pacquiao, who fought over 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, you fight this exhibition and then keep that title down there till another 1.5 years. Is that what they're talking about? I don't understand. Even the WBA, I don't understand it. The WBA themselves, they are total jokers because they allowed this title to be with Ketama when he was sick, and he was not willing to fight anybody for over years before he get the chance to come back and then fight Manny Pacquiao. So that title, is WBA saying that their title should be there to be fight for in every 2 years or what? Is that what they're talking about? I don't know. What kind of joke is this? And this is a total joke.
All right, my brother. I have a comment coming in from Cudjoe of Real Ghana Boxing. It says, Pacquiao just looking for cash out. He originally wanted a gimmick fighter with McGregor, but as we saw McGregor messed that up. And then he went on to say that Pacquiao is running away like a chicken with his head cut off, looking for a cherry pick. Cudjoe, this is your comment here. It's very deep.
Exactly. He's on point. Cudjoe is on point. Like McGregor didn't lose. Okay, that is why this McGregor's lose. I am happy with it. Like McGregor didn't lose. The fight that will happen is Manny Pacquiao versus McGregor. But hey, some years back, everybody was like, hey, Mayweather, you are going to fight MMA guy. Somebody who never have experience in boxing, so for so on. No organization to even put pen on paper for this fight. So for so on. But now Pacquiao want to fight McGregor. Wonderful. The fans is quiet. Okay, so that is why even it's a spiritual lose for McGregor. McGregor lose spiritually for this fight between Pacquiao shouldn't happen. That is what happened. You see?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Cudjoe, you are right on the line.
I
You are
think
correct.
we've touched on. Okay, all right. So I think Kojo, you have a support here. Coach Amedoda is saying that you are so on point, and it feels like what you are saying is the right thing. That Manny Pacquiao is looking for a cherry picker, or he's not a cherry picker and is looking for somebody to just select to fight. And unfortunately, the person that he had wanted to fight is not what is going to happen because like he didn't get it. And now Kojo sends us this emoji laughing. Interesting, interesting. Now let's talk about one Ghanaian coach who is in the Switzerland doing a lot of things or trying as much as possible to get his fighter in the ring as soon as possible. I'm talking about Lawrence in mind. So Lawrence has a gym in Switzerland, and his fighter is Natasha. So Natasha will be coming into the ring or will be mounting the ring for the first time in Czech Republic, and will be fighting Mackenzie Carly. They'll be fighting on I think February 27th. February 27th. No, this Natasha Almeida has fought in Ghana before. By the time he fought as an MMA fighter. They came to fight on the first Dome promotion show that happened in Ghana at the Bukom Boxing Arena. There was one MMA fight on it. If you remember, this is the girl, Natasha Almeida.
Okay.
He came to fight on that particular card. But now, after going through his trainer, that is Loris Imai, now he's been able to transform from an MMA fighter to a boxer. In fact, he's been training for like almost 2 years now to get his body in shape. He was supposed to fight last year, but because of the COVID-19, he wasn't able to fight. And since then, he had never stopped preparing. They've been fighting and training and keeping fit. And now they have a fight date. And the fight date came out that he'll be back in the ring on February 27th. And so we wish Natasha Almeida and his trainer, Lawrence Imaiwell, as they prepare against Mackenzie Carly in Czech Republic. And one before we end the show, it's a very sad day in Ghana that the president or the former president of Ghana, Jerry John Rawlings, His Excellency, may his soul rest in peace, passed away, and he was buried yesterday. And we can't talk about Azuma Nelson's success in Ghana boxing without bringing the name of the former president flight, Jerry John Rawlings. He said, this is a quote that Azuma said. I want to just read it real quick so that people get to know how deep and how strong the love between Azuma Nelson and then Jerry John Rawlings was. He said, while I trained as a struggling boxer, I would randomly receive portions of beans and gari. It wasn't until years later that I discovered we were beneficiaries of the debt you owed the beans sellers. You even rented an apartment for me. This is what Azuma Nelson was saying or said after the passing of Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings. He was trying to let him know that he appreciated everything that he did for him. Like you were saying that people will send us their used gloves, but when it gets to Ghana, it would be new. The same way during the time that Azuma Nelson was training, he was receiving beans and gari. And these beans and gari that he was receiving from the former president because of the structure or whatever that the president had in place was something that fueled him, or at least he knew that he had something to eat after training. And this is what had kept fueling him until he was able to stand on his own to become the world champion, make his money, and then buy his cars, buy his houses, and then live on to become a family. In fact, if you go into history of Ghana boxing, you're going to realize that there was a very strong bond between the former president and then Jerry Rawlings in such a way that even he helped him in trying to, get him in shape to fight and all these things. In fact, he even helped him to get his first apartment. That is what Azuma Nelson is saying. So you could see that Jerry John Rawlings really helped Azuma Nelson, and not just Azuma Nelson, even our own Nehu, Isaac Dogbe. After the passing of the president, he came out to say that the man helped him a lot in their career, in trying to help them to even get to the very top that he was. In fact, it was almost time for him to leave Ghana. You know, the unfortunate situation or unfortunate death of the former president happened, and he delayed, or because of that, he didn't go and waited for the funeral to happen before he's going. The funeral was yesterday. With this out of the way, I'm sure that he will be moving back to the USA to prepare again for his fight. So we should tell you um, how good or how this our how former president Jerry John Rawlings has helped boxing. He's one of the strong pillars of boxing. Even the times that boxing was going on at other places, he would always come to the arena and other places to watch and to cheer on the boys. We've seen photos of him with Duke Micah, with Manu Plange. There's no precedent in the history of Ghana that has many photos with a boxer like Jerry John Rawlings. All the fighters, from amateur fighters to professional fighters, all of them. Richie Comey when Richie Comey was being given the title, I think in Ghana way back, he was there, he stood there, or he came there to watch the fight, and then the title was presented. In fact, he even presented the title to Richie Comey. So we tell you how strong his love for boxing was and how good or how supportive he was of boxing in Ghana. Unfortunately, the president has left us and is dead, and so we wish may his soul rest in peace. And we just send our condolences to his family and hope that they stay strong. But one thing that I know for sure is that the things that he contributed for Ghana boxing will never be forgotten. Some of these fighters have gone on to become world champions. I can say that he's been one of the sole contributing factors to the success of Azuma Nelson, to Richie Comey, and to Isaac Rastom Dogbe. And so at least the contribution, the love he shared, his presence, some monies and everything that he did, I'm sure that these guys will never forget it, and it will always be in their hearts. And so may he still rest in peace. I don't know if Amedoda, you would also like to say something about this sad death of our president and the friendship or the relationship between him and the former champion Azuma Nelson.
Kofi, I salute Azuma Nelson for coming out with all this. And fairly, what you are saying, that is exactly the point. No boxer, high-ranking boxers in Ghana here never meet Azuma Nelson. Hey, never meet Jerry John Rawlings.
True.
Jerry John Rawlings is a lover of boxing. He loved boxing so much, and he tried to help and ginger boxers, okay, in Ghana for them to become champions and things like that. If you could remember the time that the last time that what was it in Accra Sports Stadium when Bukom Banku and Aite Powers engaged themselves, Jerry Rawlings was in the crowd.
Yeah, true.
Cheering them up. The guy loved boxing. He's in boxing. He helped boxers. He contributed to boxing a lot. That is why when the news came out that Jerry Rawlings is dead, amateur boxing pretend and organize a boxing show in Buko Square. Do you remember that show?
I do remember that show.
That time boxing is not start staging in Ghana because of COVID, but they capitalized on that and then they stage a show for amateur boxers. But I am disappointed in Ghana boxing that why is it that during the funeral they didn't show up to bring anything up to cheer Jerry Rawlings? You understand? At least they have to organize. Even they have to organize to the extent of putting a title on it, Jerry Rawlings title for boxers, even amateur boxers and then professional boxers, to come and make a very huge show that day. Okay. But for me, I will not seriously blame the GBA for that. I will blame the funeral organizers for that. But I want to hear whether GBA sent any information to them that, hey, we will be happy to do this, whereby the funeral organizers will decline it. That is one thing that I will be expecting to hear of. Okay. But it's very, very disappointment. And then individually, Dogbe, Azuma, and some other guys came out with some things to show that, hey, this is the man that love boxing, that help boxers to become champions and things like that. Right, but I am disappointed. During the funeral, there's nothing concerning boxing around. I'm so much disappointed.
A very big condolence to the family or the bereaved family. But of course, you can see some of these messages coming in from some of the former world champions. This is coming in from Amedoda, who said that he was a great man and God sent, and there will be no one like him. This is where I bid you farewell. You will forever be in our hearts. See, the bond between Dogbe and then Rollins was amazing. The same too between Azuma Nelson and then the former president John Rollins. May his soul rest in peace. Till we meet again, we say rest well. Guys, this is how we end the show today. I don't know. Let me get your final words before I close the show today, my brother.
Yeah, Kofi, I once again thank the guy who sent the donation to the Akotoku gym. In fact, he tried. He did very, very well. What he did, he don't know. He himself don't know the gravity of
the magnitude of it.
Yes, he himself don't know. He might think of it, but hey, in my heart, in fact, he don't know. So anybody who get the chance to help a boxer to bring those old things from outside, used ones, the rejected ones, and things like that, a mint pad, gloves,
shoes,
bag, all those things, mouthpiece, whatever, they should bring it down. We will make good use of it. Ghanaian boxers need it, torn things and things like that. They should bring it. We have good tailors and things around. Even some of the boxers, they know how they can treat those things to make it well, to reuse again. So they should send them. I thank that guy, and then I appreciate what he did for that gym. And I pray that, hey, the gym will make a very good use of it.
Nice. I'm sure that Theophilus Edwinaldo will watch this video, and hopefully he would appreciate the fact that we appreciate him for also reaching out to the promoters out there in Australia to help them. In fact, one guy who's also doing this thing behind the scenes is Cudjoe of Real Ghana Boxing. Anytime he comes to Ghana, he brings them equipment. He's brought many equipments to Ghana. He doesn't even bring the used one. He brings brand new. The last time he came to Ghana was in December. He left in January. When he came, he brought them a few equipments that the guy should use. In fact, when he was leaving, he even left it at the Buko Boxing Arena. He told them that anybody, so that for it to be accessible to everybody, so that or somebody will not say that in a million, he left it. They told them that this is what he can do. He's bringing it to them, so you should just use it. And so, like I say, anybody that donates anything, especially boxing equipment, to some of these boys, we really appreciate you. We hope that these guys will also appreciate the way we even appreciate it more. And you make good use of it and then pursue their career, so that when they become big and become champions, they can do more than return the love to the other guys who might be up and coming when they are already at the top. All right, Cudjoe, thank you for your time. Today we weren't able to start on time, but still we've been able to do like more than an hour. Man, thank you for your time. Hopefully next week, God willing, we'll be back here to discuss what's happening. Unfortunately, we don't really have a very big fight apart from the Ghana guy that is fighting over the weekend. But regardless, we keep our eyes on him and the other fights which was going to happen. February seems to be a very promising month for very, very good fights. So we'll keep our eyes on it and hopefully, update boxing fans on what's happening. Have a very good night, my brother.
Thank you very much, Kofi. Good night.
Good night. All right. So, guys, thanks for always making time for us. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please jump onto the YouTube and then subscribe so that we become bigger and better together. And if you subscribe to us, make sure you also jump to Real Ghana Boxing and subscribe to the S2 as well. One of the guys is also making boxing or making Ghana boxing attractive to the world. For me, I want to say a very big congratulations to Wasiru Mohammed and on the signing that he's been able to secure. I hope that he really makes a very good use of this opportunity. Go hard, show the world that he's really, really the number one that we have always thought of him and bring glory to Ghana. You know, we really, really hope that he'll be able to, secure the world title shot soon and then defeat whoever comes in his way and keep the title for a very long time, just like our legend Azuma Nelson did, so that his name will go into the history books as maybe somebody who even did bigger and better than Azuma. Until then, thank you for watching and tuning in anytime that we come on here. Really appreciate your time. May God bless you. And anytime you say a prayer, make sure I say one for me, Cudjoe, Amedoda, and then Daniel Sowah, so that we will continue having the strength to come back here to do boxing or to talk boxing. Until then, have a very good evening